hunters. How do you do searching for the worst, best, most brightest, and most shiniest jewels? Christopher, are you ready to chill gems?
Absolutely. I'm definitely down to go down this wizardry route. Definitely down to do some Harry Potter stuff up in the Matrix. Let's freaking go, dude. Everything's climbing. We got some gems on Tron booming. We got TitanX altcoins screaming. So in this live stream, we got a lot of stuff to talk about today. So man, I'm really excited. Apparently the market's boring, but hey, if you're watching this live stream, you probably ain't bored because there's always something mooning, and we got our hand in that pot. What's up, my man? How we doing?
I've never been bored in my life. Idle hands, devil's workshop, go to the gym, go run up some stairs, go do some flips in a field, touch grass, go to the beach and run and see how fast you get exhausted from running in the sand. I don't know, bro. Don't be bored. There's way too much stuff going on. There's way too much stuff going on in these markets. You miss Tron if you were out touching grass. So you know what? It's not that boring. There's some crazy calls on Tron that are blowing my mind right now. It's almost like deja vu, brother.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. So yeah, so we got a lot of stuff to talk about in this live stream. I know a lot of you guys want us to talk about TitanX, and don't worry, we got plenty of stuff to talk to you guys about TitanX because we got the data, you know what I'm saying? We got the high level stuff that not a lot of people can see. So we can see how some of these projects are working from, Hyper to DragonX, and there's a lot of stuff to report on. Probably talk a little bit about some Tron, and then we got to get into some Bitcoin charts, see what's crack-a-lacking, see what we can see what's coming up in the matrix. And then also, like I always like to say, I don't like to read news headlines. I like to see the charts and then tell you guys the news because I do not care about what's going on in the world right now. The only thing I care about is number go up technology. What do you think about that?
Yeah, yeah. If it makes money, it makes sense. I put that on a website. I put it on a t-shirt. I put it on a bumper sticker. I don't care, bro. You know what? I would pay for it because it makes money. It makes sense. You can always sell that bumper sticker and make money from it. So, not financial advice. We're not running small businesses here.
I agree 1000%. So here's how we're gonna do this. We're gonna briefly talk about Tron, and then shout out to our boy Bill the Bull. We're gonna go into more details about all this, and we're gonna have like a debate about what's going on with the Tron meme coins. But we want to give you guys a basic breakdown. I know most of you guys here want us to talk about TitanX, and we will talk about it plenty. It seems like every live stream we talk about TitanX. So do us a favor, like, subscribe, and retweet this live stream out on X. Let's get as many people in here as humanly possible because
Mhm, mhm.
we got a lot of important stuff to talk about with what's going on with these TitanX projects. There's opportunities, the ecosystem's supercharging. When everybody was fudding this project, we were saying, hey, pay attention to Hyper, pay attention to what's going on with these altcoins. And the next thing you know, it's mainstream, it's going out the wazoo. I think conservatively, man, we've had what was it, 3 or 4 projects reach out to us saying that they're going to launch on TitanX. Was it 3 or 4, something like that? So
It's just ripping right now at this point, and what we got to understand as Titan Xers, we've got to know that there is power in community, right? And so if we as the verse can rally together the entire power of the networking community that Titan X has, and we're able to push that out as we continue to stream into the future, there's no telling how many people we can reach with this ecosystem. You guys play a big part in what we're doing here. And if you feel like, how do I play a part? I don't want to stream. To be a contributor, all you have to do is share these streams. All you have to do is put this out there, quote things, say one sentence about the stream or a clip of the stream. There's so many ways that you can contribute. Many hands make light work. Let's go.
yes, sir. That's what it's all about, man. And this ecosystem's doing phenomenal. We'll probably, and also some other things we need to cover. So we need to get all the small stuff out of the way. So what we're probably going to do is we're going to do a little round trip with all the projects on TitanX ecosystem. I know most of you guys already know we like to do these live streams where it's me and Trey Soul sitting down, just talk about stuff, go into charts and go into analysis, because we can give you guys our thoughts on things. When we do these live streams with projects, we have to find a way to tailor it so that it shows you what the project's doing and how to communicate it to people that don't understand coding. That's how we do those like those little interviews with projects. So that's why we prefer doing this, because it's more realistic for our audience. But we're going to start bringing some of these projects on, talk to them a little bit, do one more round robin, and then we're gonna go back to just doing just straight live streams and all that stuff. We'll do the live streams and that will coincide with these interviews, but we just want to run through each interview and then do the live streams, and then we're going to stick with that for a majority of the bull market. Does that make sense?
It does, man. It does. We're gonna switch the format to where we give a little bit of coverage to see some updates and some things in the ecosystem. So that's the formula. That's what we're gonna try out. We like to change things up a lot here, so sometimes we change things, but that's how we do it. We do what we want, and that's the best way to do it.
Yes, sir. So yeah, man, we're talking about trying to get DragonX on, BabyDragonX, maybe the guys over from Titan Blaze, and then all that good stuff. So let's get into the main meat and the cheese. And let me make sure I have the correct tweet coming down here. Actually, let's just do this. Let me scroll to the top real quick. And all right. So I'm going to share my screen real quick. Why won't you share? Oh, here we go. So here's what's basically going on. Justin Sun has a platform called sunpump.meme. And so there's SunSwap. SunSwap is the DEX. Sunpump.meme is the pump.fun version for the Tron network. And so what they're basically doing is they're creating pump.fun on top of the Tron network through the DEX. They're taking the fees that's generated through this platform, and they're just going to burn the Sun token like it's candy. So basically what Justin Sun is doing is he's trying to start a meme coin boom on top of Tron. And then also, in addition to them starting a meme coin boom, he's also going to be talking about diving into projects, possibly buying some sort of meme coins and all the popular ones. So this is his version of increasing the Tron activity. Before I get into more of this, any of your initial thoughts on this?
So the goal is to burn, and so like he figured out a better mechanism than Pump Fun did. So what's the difference there? That's my main question.
So
How is the mechanism different?
So Pump Fun, they take the fees directly from the platform. Sunpump.meme, they take the fees and burn the Sun token.
Nice. So he's just innovating in the space and adding better utility into something like Pump Fun.
Yeah, basically.
Awesome.
And all the fees for this thing. Oh, actually, no, I'm sorry. I'm on the 15-minute. I was about to say this thing skyrocketed. I was like, wow, I should have got in on this, man, for a second. Let me go in the daily. So this is like the Sun token or their DEX token. And it probably goes out a little bit, but I'm not going to waste any more time. But basically, it came up here, hit about $170 million market cap, came down. And then this little candle right here, you guys can kind of see it's forming like a inverse head and shoulders on the daily. Man, is there a full screen on this thing? Let me try this. Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry, I do not like using DEX tools. I'm a DEX screener type of guy, but whatever. So right now it's forming like this big inverse head and shoulders right here. Right here. And so that was partially due to the announcement of this little pump fun thing going on. So we come up here and then yeah, man. So this thing's about to move to about 130 mil. So we're not personally in this token. I'm just pointing out what's going on with the situation. So basically, long story short of what we're trying to say, there's a meme coin run on Tron right now. I listen to Crypto Banter and I also listen to Ben Armstrong. Crypto Banters is saying the reason why Justice Sun's doing this is because he started a rumor about China doing uplifting the crypto ban, which they always do during the bull run because they're trying to make money off of it. And then number two, Ben Armstrong said that they were just elites moving money through the network, aka money laundering. So I think the main point I'm trying to say is the big mainstream guys have no idea what's going on right now, and is absolutely awesome. They haven't put it together yet. So it's like this little gold mine right now. So you can go on this platform, find cool tokens. Let's see if I can just pull it up.
Guys, see how that FUD is just an excellent indicator of where to look? Like this guy just like just jumps to conclusions, Matt, and he just decides, hey, Tron's not a good play. Look, man, you don't have to like Tron to win.
Yeah, exactly. So basically, if you guys just come down here and check it out, here's all the stuff for Tron right now, and it's just going through this like little meme coin run right now. You guys can like check it out, and there's definitely plays to go into. I don't know if I want to announce our plays that we're looking at right now. We haven't really, we're potentially getting a few things. Some stuff is pretty high risk, but I think ultimately the main point I'm trying to say is if there's a meme coin run happening, it's happening on Tron. Do not listen to these people because they fumbled the ball like who was it? I'm trying to think of an analogy. Who was the famous football player that fumbled the ball? Oh, wait. What was that Cowboy Super Bowl of that dude fumbling the ball when he lost it?
Well, it was probably Emmett Smith or Ezekiel Elliott. I know Ezekiel Elliott fumbled the ball a lot, so he could be considered a
No,
Butterfingers. But
no,
I don't
no.
remember these dudes.
This was back when Terry Bradshaw was playing.
Oh, that's back in the day.
Yeah, that was way back in the day. All right, but you guys get a point. These guys are just fumbling the ball. They don't know what's going on. So, yeah, man. So, and then the other thing I will say is he's talking about, doing market buy in certain coins, and he's speculating on $1 billion meme coin. So for Tron specifically, everybody is trying to figure out what is the $1 billion meme coin on top of Tron. Now, for the rest of our analysis, I'm gonna be debating Bill tomorrow about this. Say if it's good or bad, yada yada yada. Trey Souls, anything else you want to say about Sun Pumped Off Fun or meme or whatever the hell it's called?
No, man, this is just does seem kind of exciting. It seems like somebody was waiting back in the shadows to let some things take place, and then now all of a sudden, boom, still a little bit of the light from Solana and Twitter for a couple of days. So hey, good ups to anybody who's following Tron and Justin Sun. This thing looks cool, man. I definitely think it's exciting time to speculate on it.
Yeah, I like it a lot, and when it comes to these types of plays and stuff, and anything on Tron, if you guys don't want to get into the meme coin speculation and get into all the craziness, the safest play, I want to put this out here just so you guys know, if you're interested in getting in on Tron, the safest play will probably be the Sun token because all the fees generated is going to go straight into the Sun token. So this very well sitting at $110 million market cap. This could hit $1 billion pretty easy. I'm just throwing that out there, not financial advice. So yeah, man, that's all we got here. So good stuff. All right. Well, we're going on to the next phase. We're gonna talk about TitanX, but I see there's 73 people in here. So I know all you guys want us to talk about TitanX. So do me a favor. Hit that like button so you can get us up in the algorithm. Share this out on Twitter. Spread the word because we're gonna get into the alpha. We're gonna get into the fun part, the stuff that you guys want to talk about. All right, and then we'll go back to the degen stuff at the end of the live stream. But we'll get into the main meat and cheese of potatoes. So I'll give you guys 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, good stuff. We need to start checking the viewer count to the like count and making sure that we have the right ratio just so we can keep it going on because we do have a lot of haters up in this. So, all right, now,
Always.
yes, sir. So, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about this project that I know all you guys have heard about. It's called Inferno. And by the chart, you guys probably already can see I've been doing some TA on it, so we'll break it down. So, Inferno is a meme token on the TitanX ecosystem. Basically, what they're having right now, I don't know. Did we go over this last time with the mint phases?
Let's just review it, man. I want to review
Okay.
this thing.
All right, cool, cool. All right, so basically, Inferno has a series of mint phases, and let's see if I can get a white paper here. Do they have a white
Sick
paper?
branding.
Oh, dude, I love this branding. All right, well, I don't know if they have the white paper. So basically, they have 8 weeks, and they have a mint phase every single week, and you can mint TitanX for the Inferno token. And basically, the amount of tokens you can mint from TitanX to Inferno goes down right around 5% every single week after 8 weeks. Now, what they do every week is they take a portion of those funds from TitanX, they burn the Inferno token, and after they burn the Inferno token, they have another mint phase. So the idea is to create this arbitrage opportunity at the end of each weekly mint phase, so people will mint and claim the Inferno token. Once they get to week 8, and this is key, when they get to week 8, they're going to take all the TitanX they got from the mint phase, they're going to buy Blaze, and then from Blaze, they're going to go in and burn the Inferno token. So it goes from TitanX to Blaze to the Inferno token, and they're going to burn the Inferno token, and it's going to be a 90% burn. Now, let me make sure, just go on Twitter real quick. I want to make sure I got them all. Yeah. So,
It's just a
yeah.
whole lot of burning, baby. Burn, baby.
Yeah. So basically, it's just a massive amount of burning. And the reason why I really like this token is because if we just go and look at the numbers based on the burn, they collected over $250,000 worth of TitanX already. $250,000. That is crazy. So we're going into week 5, which means in about 3 weeks, we're going to get very close to the second highest mint phase of TitanX on, what was it, September 15th. So I think the main point I'm trying to say is when this thing stops minting and they cap it off and they go through the buy and burn and put it behind the Blaze token, dude, bro, $250,000 going into burning this token is going to be astronomical. Just think about that for a second.
Inferno's just gonna rip, dude. It's just gonna rip so hard to the upside, bro.
Right,
That's
right.
the time. And in the meantime, you're still burning everything else.
Yeah, they're gonna be burning, but also guess what else is gonna rip? Gotta take a guess.
Blaze.
Yes.
Well, anything else that's tied to it.
Well, the reason why Blaze is going to rip is because they're gonna take the TitanX and they're gonna buy Blaze with the TitanX, right? So
Ah.
so the money goes from TitanX, so that's $250,000. And they're probably going to do it over like intervals. They're not going to do it directly because then it'll just create it'll basically do like if they did it all together, it'll create some nasty wick like this, and then it'll just go back down like that. So they got to do it gradually, is what I'm saying. Yeah. So basically, what's going to happen is the money's going to pass through Blaze, and then it's going to go into the Inferno right here. Inferno right here. And then burn it. So right now, this one has a LP versus TitanX. Now, if you just come over here and just copy the contract address, I'll show you the Inferno. Here's the Blaze Inferno one right here. So they have the Blaze Inferno pool right here, and this one's going to get built up a little bit more, I would bet, and then they're just going to pass it through and then just burn Inferno right off the bat. So I really like this token. Now, there's also a downside to Inferno just for right now. There's not many downsides to this until after the mint phase. But keep in mind, if you guys come over here, there's still going to be a mint, and the amount of tokens you can mint every week goes down. So if you want to mint more tokens versus TitanX, you basically want to do it now. Because what I'm seeing on the chart, and you can easily see this, is it's just creating. Sorry, I thought this was a bull flag. It's basically just creating this price floor where it's gradually going up versus the mint and the buy and burn. You see how it's kind of like going like this? That's basically what we're seeing. And so the price floor is based off the buy and burn and the arbitrage opportunity. So based off of this alone, what I suspect is when we get into like week 3, it's probably going to have this gradual increase just moving up. And then once we have this gradual increase, it's going to level off. And then we get the buy and burn come in. And then that's when it's going to start doing its thing and start going bananas. So overall, man, I like the Inferno chart right now. I think it's a really great chart. But when it comes to getting into this project, you might be thinking I should market buy. But here's the thing. That might not be the best approach, because if you think about it, what makes more sense is you get your TitanX and you come over here to the Inferno, and you do the mint on the Inferno, and then you wait for the inflation to get capped, because that TitanX later is going to be used to burn your Inferno tokens. So it's kind of like 3D chess. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. You're saying there's definitely a better time to mint, and that time is now.
Yeah, basically. So they do have a mint phase. So we'll look at the mint. I think you can do it right now. I'm trying to remember, because I know there's a mint, and then there's like a claim phase, and then after the claim phase, then that's when you get a correction, because like people just look at, like right now, like you see how there's like an arbitrage right here. If I go in here and just type this in, so it's showing you that if you were to mint 37K worth of Inferno tokens, you would get 44K. That's the arbitrage opportunity. So that's why this thing's becoming so popular over time. So yeah, man, I think overall, dude, this is a great approach. I think this is going to be extremely bullish for the Inferno token, especially right around that huge TitanX supply release. And then also, this is going to be extremely bullish for Blaze across the board. So we'll take a look at Blaze. I haven't really looked at the Blaze chart, so let's just take a look at it right now real quick. Blaze on TitanX. All right, so you know the project launched on the 26th, and now it's just trying to find a bottom right now from when it started. Clear magnet right here.
I think it's bottomed out.
Yeah, that's a good question, because we got kind of a magnet right here. Let's take a look. So it's definitely a bottom right here. This is a higher low. Now, the question on this daily candle is, if this goes a little bit lower, then this isn't a higher low. Then we got to see where this next candle comes in. But if this closes out right here, this would be signify a higher low. So that means that would mean it'd be bottom out. But we need this could be the bottom, but we just need a second confirmation. So we came up, came down, and then I want to see another one. And that means Blaze has officially bottomed out. But also keep in mind, they're going to have a lot of economic energy coming in about, was it 3 weeks? So let's look at the weekly. Actually, wait, no. 3 weeks should be 21 days. Yeah, so right around the 9th of September, that's when we're going to start to see some more economic energy pass through the TitanX Blaze pair. So yeah, man, it's gonna look pretty good. So yeah, guys, Blaze on TitanX. Looking good. You got anything else on that?
I like it, man. I like it. It sounds like somebody really structured that well. Shout out Blaze. Shout out Inferno. Good work, guys.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Now let's take a look at what are some other things we can take a look at. All right, so this is actually interesting. I was actually really surprised when I saw this, since we're on the TitanX subject. So you guys, most of you guys know about, JakeX, the Memecoin, and when I was on live stream with Jake, he talked about this, and the developer locked the LP for, I think, 88 years. Honestly, bro, this is probably like this is the funniest looking picture of Jake's baby picture. like, like when I saw that, I didn't know, I had no idea how to respond. It was funny, dude. So talk about Jake. They did actually something very interesting, and I'm actually really impressed with this approach. So if you look at the LPs, they created a 30K LP with DragonX. They created a 5.3K LP with JakeX, and then BabyDragonX created a 4.8K with JakeX. So basically, what this means is they're creating a liquidity web with all the build on TitanX projects, which is actually pretty genius, because
That's
here,
brilliant.
yeah,
For 100% brilliant.
yeah. So here's the reason why this is really, really smart, because when we start to see a lot of volume going through this chain, you're going to see a lot of arbitrage bots within the TitanX ecosystem, and you're going to have bots trading from pair to pair to pair. So now when DragonX goes up, that's going to put a little bit of impact on JakeX, and it's going to be the same thing with BabyDragonX versus JakeX, and it's going to be the same thing with Helios and JakeX. So JakeX right now is trying to do some Atropa stuff, which is pretty which is pretty
Dude,
funny.
Hart's Law has brought us to this point, and now you're just seeing this swirl together of all these different concepts of how to do crypto. I mean, I think it's brilliant, dude. I mean, you're gonna tie your coin into something using the Hart's Law web, and you already know that, TitanX ecosystem is built based upon that concept, and builders are already building on it. So why not literally just plug right into it? DeFi just feels like the world of plugins, and it doesn't cease to amaze me when I see stuff like this. Like, you want to try to make your token more valuable, just plug it into some other ones that are going to go up. Like, that's just awesome, man.
Yeah, it's cool. So, I mean, when I saw this, I almost thought that what if Inferno, you know how they have quarter million dollars with like the Inferno Blaze. What if they create an LP web with whether it's the Blaze token or the Inferno token? Because that would be just like a little bit. I'm not saying like take all of it. If you do those LP pairs and then burn them, and then once things go deflationary, it's going to create this ever expanding price floor. So yeah, man, I like what Jake has going on, especially creating that price floor, because a lot of tokens are on a dip right now, and when they bond them together, it's going to create a massive expansion in the ecosystem. But also on the flip side, you're going to see a lot of tokens tied together with each other. So when it comes to getting into altcoins, you don't have to get into every single TitanX altcoin. I think if you like get into one or two projects, you have a piece of like the entire ecosystem. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I like that strategy, man. That's definitely smart.
Cool. All right, now we got to go and talk about let's talk a little bit about some hyper. Talk a little bit about some hyper because I know you guys want me to talk about hyper. I love hyper. This is actually one of my favorite TitanX projects is hyper, believe it or not. So what's going on with hyper right now? Basically, the price of this is actually trading sideways, and then it's also forming a massive bullish pennant. Well, yeah, you can say this is a pennant on the daily. It's a weird looking pennant, I'm not gonna lie. So basically what's happening is a lot of hypers getting burnt off the market. Now, I want to do a quick screen share because I want to show you guys how the hyper chart's performing. And I got my laptop over here, and it's with some data I can't really necessarily show on live stream because it is a paid product. So I want to be sure to respect that.
And while Chris figures that out, 140 of you guys smash that like button. Throw that thing up in the algorithm. Just give us some love. Share this thing out. We haven't even started talking about Bitcoin yet. Let's go.
Yes, sir. So I'm going to talk to you guys about we'll call this the hyper supply chart. So I'm going to draw this over here because I don't want to give away too many details. So here's basically what's going on with the hyper supply. And what I suspected was correct when I looked at the data. So I'm going to give you guys a highlight of the data. So what's happening is the amount of hyper being minted, it's going like this, and then it went up right here. And now it's leveling off and it's slowly coming down like this. I'm not going to give you all the details, but I'll tell you when we hit the top of the TitanX supply. I mean, the hyper supply. This was on 620. And the total supply cap was, hold on, let me make sure I got the right number. It was about 2.41 trillion. So this was trillion. And then where we're sitting at today, hold on, let me look at this real quick. About 2.18. All right, 2.18. So we're looking at about 2.18 trillion today. Hopefully you guys could read that. I know it looks really crappy. Hold on, let me try to erase that because that looks awful. All right, so 2.18 trillion. So what's 2.41 trillion minus 2.18? What's that? That's 30, about 14. So that's about 140 billion TitanX that was burned off the market. Did I do that right? About 140 billion.
2.41 minus 2.18.
Yeah. 2.18. We'll make sure I get the right number on this. Equals. Yeah, 0.23. So that should be about 230 billion TitanX. I mean, hyper that was burnt during this period of time. So for the past 2 months exactly, we had about what I say, 230 billion?
Yeah,
No.
230 billion.
Yeah, so we had about 230 billion hyper being burnt the past 2 months all across the board. So basically what's going on right now is hyper is deflationary at the time of this recording. So we are in the deflationary mode, which means there's not a lot of supply hitting the market, and the buy and burn is burning TitanX like crazy. I mean, not TitanX, excuse me, hyper like crazy. Now, if we go over here, and then let me just bring up the hyper chart real quick. Do another quick screen share. Sorry, guys. All right, can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
All right, so based off of that, hyper is being burned. Now, what are some things that we looking at? Number one, the first thing we got to look at is the calculator. Miners are 76% on an 88-day miner. Miner length to break even, was it like 50, 48? Wow, it's 48, 47, 47. Yeah, so it's about 48 days. So 48 days you can break even. The reason why I'm saying this is because if we go back here and we look at the chart and we do it in terms of TitanX, TitanX is trading sideways between a ratio of about 3 hyper, 3-to-1. So this is about an 8-to-1 to 3-to-1. So basically the point I'm trying to say is because hyper is trading sideways, it is deflationary. It is like an extension of a TitanX miner. So by you starting a hyper miner, you're essentially positioning yourself to gain more TitanX during the TitanX inflationary phase. So in my opinion, right now, hyper is the play based off of all the statistics, all the math I've seen. A hyper miner is the perfect play right now. Now, to back that up, let's look at some other stuff. So we go over to the buy and burn. The buy TitanX vault is 102 ETH. That's about 8 ETH a day. If we look at that, 10 is 80, 11, 12. So there's enough ETH. There's enough ETH in the buy and burn to buy TitanX for 12 days straight. Because it's 8 ETH a day, yes. The hyper buy and burn. There's $500,000 worth of TitanX that's going to be used to burn hyper over the next couple of days. And the last thing, the Vortex is going to release 278 ETH and $86,000 worth of TitanX. So based off of this right now, I honestly think hyper is going to be the play because there's not much hitting the market this month or next month. And we have confirmation that hyper right now, I'm talking about hyper, is deflationary. Just think about that. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, bro. It's freaking insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
What else can I say to add to what you said, bro? Honestly, it's just it's nuts, bro. It's nuts, and I think it's probably a good time that everyone knows that we're deflationary. We've been
And
saying
hyper.
it for a couple of streams. Like
Yeah, hyper's deflationary. But yeah, keep
miners.
going. Yeah.
Yeah. Deflationary.
Yeah.
Yes. So the fact that people know this now, and we've been talking for several streams to be on the lookout for those hyper miners. So I think we got a lot of TitanX going to be burning this up, dude. That's so nice to see those huge balances there. Like,
Yeah.
it's kind of hard to even predict what the heck is even going to happen with all of that, dude.
I mean, honestly, dude, just based off of that, if this thing keeps doing the flywheel effect, this could very well bring TitanX miners to profitability once we get past the month of September. That amount of economic energy going into the system is going to be extremely beneficial for TitanX as a whole. So yeah, man. I mean, honestly, dude, I'm pretty bullish. I'm pretty excited about this ecosystem. And, you know, I think Hyper is just a sleeping gem that not a lot of people are talking about. And I think a lot of these other projects are. So, I mean, ultimately, I knew something was going on with Hyper, but then once I saw the math and the statistics and everything behind it, it just verified my claim of what's going on. So, yeah,
Hey,
Meg,
it's nice to have the right information, man. It's good stuff, bro.
cool. All right, well, let's start some more of these because you guys love it when we talk about TitanX. So I guess we'll just keep talking about TitanX. So, all right, DragonX. Day 369 coming in hot. So what was that market cap? 18 million. All right. So DragonX is sitting at about an $18 million market cap. Sorry, I was doing some analysis earlier. So what do I think about the DragonX chart? So we came up here, had a massive spinning top doji. When you see something like this right here, like
Run.
you run for the hills. But then
Yeah.
the next day we had another one in the green. So that was absolutely crazy.
You didn't
Which
know what
means
to do. You're like, what?
yeah, so that means you have to go in and zoom in. And so basically what happened, it came up, boom, double topped, and then now it's coming down and it's consolidating close to right around $18 million. Now, this is me to give you guys TA. So don't shoot the messenger if I say this is where I think the price is going to go or whatever. Right? You can't vilify me. This is just me being honest and reading charts. So I just want to make this clear because I know you guys are diehard DragonX fans, and I'm not fudding your bags. So based off of this, you know, when you have a double top like this, just right here, that means, you know, the price has to go a little bit lower and start coming down. And so because of that, it came down and there's a clear magnet right here. I believe that is sitting at about, what's 10% of 18? So about 17 million dollar market cap. So right now, it's hitting this magnet. So there are potential scenarios where this could play out. So I'm going to give you guys 3 scenarios. I'm going to give you 2 bearish ones, and then I'm going to give you 1 bullish one. Now, the first target is if DragonX were to do a breakdown, because we did double top, and actually, let me check the MACD real quick before I say this. Make sure we don't have a bearish divergence. Okay, so we do have a bearish divergence on the 4 hourly. Let's look at the daily.
Ooh.
Okay, so the daily has not had a bearish divergence yet. So the reason why I say that is you see these are 2 moving averages. I believe this is the 22 and then this is the 46. Now, you see how there's like a bunch of these green candles which are buy volume?
Right.
As these 2 lines start to come down and when they connect, that's called a bearish divergence. That means the price is going to come back down a little bit. That's what it means. And then when they cross, kind of like right back here, you see how it's in the negative, comes up and then crosses like this and then goes up like that. That's called a bullish divergence. That means the price will come out. And that actually happened right around where TitanX bottomed out. So that's why I'm using this MACD. So the one thing The one thing I'm looking for is if these 2 lines hit, that's going to cause a bearish divergence on the daily, which means we might need to come down here and touch. So that's about, we'll say about 50%. So that's about 10 million. So that means DragonX could, I say could, remember, could, not 100%, could come down and touch 10 million. If it touches 10 million, that's going to be another opportunity to get in. Honestly, I might set a sell order for that line. Well, I might do a little bit more because I know you guys are going to try to front run me. So I shouldn't have said that, dude. I should have said that because now they're going to
Game of
front
the
run me.
play. You
Ah,
shoot before you filled.
God. All right. I probably should have said it because now they're all going to put in buy orders. All right. Whatever. I gave that to you guys. So long story short, if we hit that $10 million mark, that's going to be a great price target to buy in. Now, on the extreme bear side, and this is the extreme bear side, and I'm not saying this will happen. If we go a little bit lower and there's a lot of capitulation in the market, we could come down to as low as that's 75%. So about a $5 million market cap, which is right here. That's going to be another great opportunity, but that's the bottom, and this one isn't a guaranteed. 10 million is a high possibility. 5 million is not guaranteed. Now, how could the DragonX price perform in the future? The best part about being a founder, dude, is you can sit here. Not being a founder is you can sit here and do price charts analysis. If you're a founder, you can't do price analysis on your project. Otherwise, it's like a security. It's like SEC laws. Did you know that?
It seems like that would make sense. I mean, you can't be manipulating things like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. So basically, the other scenario we could have is it comes down here, and then you're gonna have your little box of opportunity in this magic right here. Now, we get close to day 369. There's multiple things that could happen. That's when we start to come in and we start to see the buy and burn, and we might see a gradual come up here, and then come up here, and then come up here. If this pattern forms, this will be the biggest cup and handle we have ever seen in all of crypto. One big cup and handle if that were to happen, because look, we got the trigger date on day 369 where the price level slowly starts to climb up. So look, cup and a handle, then we can have a target.
Dude.
And with that target, where will that take us if we hit this target?
Dude. To Mars, to Dogelon Mars. That's where we're going, bro.
Yeah, if this trading pattern comes down, keep in mind, it is a cup and handle. It's not guaranteed. That would give us a straight up just 2x to the upside. So then that would put us in the $50 million to $70 million range, which would be crazy.
It's not
That would be,
unrealistic either. It's really
yeah,
not to think that this might go back down, trade sideways. You know what I mean? Have a healthy retest and then just whiz on up there, W on up there on the old day 369 with the 369 magic. So hey, bro, that's pretty exciting. That's an invigorating chart right there.
yeah. I mean, it falls in line with the was it the Elliott wave theory? So we come up here, and then that's going to put us somewhere between the 1.618 to 2.618. So we could come up here and touch there. But I'm more inclined to say we could go a little bit higher and come up to the 4236, which that's going to put us in like the $100 million range. So, that's definitely a max bid right there. But I don't want to be a moon boy. I'm saying that your most realistic target is going to be right around here at about 50 million right here. 50 million if we break out of this and day 369 comes in. So that is the price target. So what did you guys get from Trey Soul, Chaos Chris, and the Verse Collective? We gave you guys
An order.
2 bearish targets to dollar cost average in. We gave you guys 2 bullish targets that could potentially happen for DragonX, and we all did it for you guys for free because we love you guys that much. Now, you have a game plan. If things go bearish, you know when to make moves. If they go bullish, you have a price target to take action at. That's what's so great about this stuff. That's what you got to think about. What are you going to do when DragonX hit at 50 million? Sit there on the sidelines, de-risk. What are you going to do if DragonX goes down to 10 million? Buy some more. Well, actually, not financial advice. We're not telling you, like, don't buy any of this stuff. That's the point of us doing this little thought exercise. So cool. All right. Man, I think we talked about a lot of stuff. And then well, we got some hardcore BabyDragonX guys. So talk about.
Everybody's real hardcore right now. A shout out to all y'all that are out there building because I mean it's really hard to keep track of all of it. It's a lot.
Yeah, yeah. So, all right, we'll have to run through this, and we need to do Bitcoin price chart updates. But from my understanding, BabyDragonX has an LP with DragonX. This is a really thick LP, really, really, really thick LP. They set up an LP with JakeX, which is going to be extremely beneficial. And I don't know, well, that's only $33, so that's not going to be a big deal. So if they can expand, because I know they're building an ecosystem under the BabyDragonX token, and James is a very ambitious developer. So he's planning on doing like the crypto critters and then build on top of this. And then BabyDragonX has a DAO. So they have a DAO with all the stuff you can get into. So I think the main point is you've got 6 really hardcore sub communities in TitanX. If you guys are diehard TitanX, pick a community, be a part of the DAO, and start contributing to how you want to see this project build out, whether it's through LPs, building something, or yada, yada, yada. So right now, BabyDragonX skyrocketing. Let's get the DragonX ratio because the DragonX ratio is going to be extremely important. So versus DragonX, it did a 7x. Okay, cool. So I think what happened was when they opened that LP up to JakeX, that's what really freed up some of that money. And now they're diverging as a they're basically diverging from the price of DragonX, and they're kind of moving the price in their own way, if that makes sense. So in order to buy BabyDragonX, you have to buy TitanX, DragonX, then BabyDragonX. Now you can also go through JakeX. So you have economic energy coming a different route. And that's part of the reason why the divergence in the price. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Yeah, so this is actually looking pretty good. It's actually flagging out versus DragonX. Let's look at the USD price chart. Yeah, so it's just skyrocket up. It's coming down. I do not see any magnets on this chart. I mean, the only magnet I can see is like maybe right here, but I doubt we'll touch that. I mean, you can make a case for the magnet coming right here. So, yeah, man, it looks pretty good. $2 million market cap. So cool. All right, guys. Well, I covered a bunch of TitanX projects and we spent almost 30 minutes doing it. So you guys can't sit here and say we didn't talk about your projects. If you guys are talking trash on Twitter, I swear to God, I will block you. I'm just kidding. I love all you guys. So cool. All right, man. Anything else you want to say about TitanX?
Dude, I honestly just want to know who's going to end up coming back to this stream to think about strategies because you just dropped so many strategies in that session. Like you told them the way to buy or the way to approach hyper, all of these things. Like this is huge, bro. So I mean, I think that this is going to be one of those replayed live streams because a lot of knowledge as to how you should approach these projects just got dropped. I think even so, like just a comment just made about BabyDragonX. We just saw an LP made with JakeX. Then we saw price action. We see how volatile these things can be to the upside when we take action. So if you're out there and you can LP and you know you can build, you can do something, you can play a part. So that's pretty cool to just see that little bit of motion causing that price action. I mean, we've seen it here before, live streams, price action. It's awesome to see the motion in the ocean, baby. So keep it up out there, TitanXers. Get after it. Find where you belong, like Chris was saying. There's lots of little sub communities to plug into. Let's just make this thing pop.
Yes, sir. And like we said, TitanX, it's always home. Hyper, definitely a great play. And then you got those 2 plays. And then outside of that, if you're building a TitanX portfolio, I recommend looking at 1 to 3 other projects max. Don't spread yourself too thin with going all over the place. We've been talking about TitanX for almost a year now, and we can barely keep up with every single project. So there's a lot. Trust me, there's a lot going on in this ecosystem. So cool. All right, good stuff, guys. Well, let's talk about Bitcoin. Bitcoin.
Oh,
Bitcoin.
Bro, I gotta go to the bathroom, bro. I'm overly hydrated. I'll be
You're good.
back.
You're good. You're good. You're good. Yeah. Take your time, man. You're good. Don't worry about it. All right. So talk about Bitcoin and just looking at this. Now we got to talk about the weekly close here. This was a very interesting weekly close. It actually surprised me a little bit. 2 weeks before of August 15th, we had like a spinning top, and then now we have a red spinning top. So we came down here, touched the bottom of this flag, and then came back up, and then boom, we had a spinning top, and then this is almost like a doji. So the reason why this weekly close does not look too appetizing per se is because typically when you see something like this also indicates a trend reversal, which means we could potentially go to the downside. So I think ultimately there's a couple options that we could see with what to expect with Bitcoin up in this upcoming week, especially since we just I think we're about halfway through. No, we just started, excuse me. So we could either come up here, touch the high of this flag, or touch the bottom. Now, I do believe that there could potentially be a retest, especially on the weekly, coming down at this local low. And when I say retest, we're probably not going to go that much lower. And let me just put out some magnets real quick. So I do know we have a magnet coming across here. We have a magnet coming across here. So as for the weekly close, the one thing I will say is for this week, I definitely want to see the price of Bitcoin to close at least above 60K. Because if we close above 60K, that's going to indicate a bullish trend reversal. That could be a potential bullish engulfing candle, which means we're going to go to the upside and touch the top of this flagpole. Now, if we go lower, so like I said, there's a bearish case and a bullish case. Now, on this weekly candle, if we close, I would say below, it would have to be about 56K. If we close below 56K, we're coming to the bottom of this massive flag, and we'll probably have to test this all-time low. I'm not saying we're gonna go all the way low on this massive wick, but we'll probably have to come down to somewhere between 49 and 51K. So ultimately, this weekly close is gonna be extremely important. Man, what I was saying is we had a
60K?
bearish. What?
You said 60K for the bullish case for this week, and then go ahead.
And then I believe it was if we drop below 56K, we're probably gonna have to come down and touch about 49 to 51K. So because this red candle is a spinning top, it's also a doji. So that's actually extremely bearish. That's not a good sign. You do not want to see something like that. So cool. And then that's a evening star. So yeah, all right. Now let's take a look at the daily. See what we got on the daily. So daily's not looking too bad. It's definitely trading sideways for right now. We're just trading sideways in between this flag support. I could definitely tell this does look like a massive bear flag, which can also indicate going down lower. Actually, nah. So what I want to see on the daily is if we come up here and we touch 62K, which is that mark I was talking to you guys about. This is form a beautiful cup and handle. And then out of that, we'll probably come up here and start touching about 70K. So that's part of my analysis with the weekly close. So that makes sense. So it just verifies what I'm thinking. So yeah, man. So overall, man, Bitcoin is just trading sideways inside this flag. And the reason why people are just getting so bored is because it's going up, down, and it's just stalling, and it hasn't made its move yet. We haven't gotten to the part of the cycle where they start printing money and everybody's going crazy. Now, the one thing I want to say before we get into the other charts, if Bitcoin breaks down to the bottom of this flag, there's a good chance that we might not see meme coins run at all. So as it continues to trade sideways and go sideways like this, you'll have Tron meme coins pop off, Ethereum meme coins pop off, Solana meme coins pop off. If it goes to the higher end of the flag, even more meme coins are going to pop off. But if it goes to the bottom, everybody's going to act like it's World War III. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's going to be the extreme bearish case. But hey, I mean, if that's going on, we might see altcoin season. Who knows, bro? Hard
Yeah.
to say. It's hard to say with the market maker chasing everything around, up and down, shorts and longs.
Yeah. So yeah, man. I mean, ultimately, it's looking pretty good, man. It's just a massive flag. And the one thing I will say, now that everybody's talking about this, we were the first ones to talk about this to you guys. I just want to make something really clear. But now everybody's coming out of the woodwork and they're like, "Oh my god, Bitcoin is forming the most largest cup and handle." I was like, bro, we're the first ones to say this right here. We said this was going to be a cup, and then we said, "Yo, check this out. This right here could be the handle, but it wasn't confirmed." Came back up here and said, "Okay, this could be the handle." Wasn't confirmed. Now, if we come back up to this next range, this could be the next cup and handle, and then that'll give us our crazy price target, which was, what was it? I can't remember last time we did this.
There's a few of them.
Yeah, right here, this one. That'll give us our price target about 133K ish is when we're going to get the price chart. So now that all the Main Street crypto, I swear, dude, some of these guys are watching us because we were the first, like we were the first ones to put that out there, and then now I see it all over the place. It's forming this massive like cup and handle on the macro, but on the micro, we're just tuning in and just taking a look at this bull flag. That's how that works. There's micro, which is short-term movement, and then macro, which is long-term movement. So on the macro, we nailed it. Is what I'm saying. So, all right. Bitcoin dominance. Let's take a little lookarooski. All right, let's take a look at the monthly first and see where we're sitting at. Whoa, look at that, man. Look at that. It's almost go time, dude. So it's almost go time. So here's what I'm seeing on the monthly candles. So basically, it seems like we got these 3 white soldiers right here coming across. And so this is a very bullish trend pattern. So you got 1 and then 1, and they basically just open higher and then higher. So it's called the three white soldiers. So that's actually an extremely bullish cause, which means when we get into that September monthly candle and or that October candle, there's a good chance that it's going to be green. And what I personally think is going to happen is we're going to have like a massive wick that comes up here and maybe touches right around 60 or whatever, but it's going to go through that line and then boom, come right back down. It's
the timing, the precision of the 100 monthly moving average has been on point up to this point. So glad to continue to watch this indicator, bro. That thing is just right there, bro.
so close. So close. So yeah, man.
So close.
And you can already see where it's going to intersect. Like it's saying it's going to intersect like right here. You can already just tell. So when this intersects here, what it's going to do, and now this is the key. And this is, if you guys are in altcoins and stuff, pay attention to what I'm saying right now. What it's going to do when it intersects this line, I'm going to try to draw this. It might be all jacked up. It's going to be flatline for a little bit. It's going to flatline, and then boom, it's going to go down crazy. That's how it's going to do. So once it hits this, and you can already see this thing bending right now. It's already coming down and bending because once that hits flatline and then boom to the downside, boom, altcoin season has just begun, baby. Let's freaking go. Let's take a look at the weekly. All right, let's turn this off. We don't need the 400 weekly moving average or any of that stuff. So yeah, man, it's just going in and trading in. Definitely had that looked like a cup and handle coming right here. Actually, no, that was more of an inverse head and shoulders. So just from this alone, yeah. So yeah, we're gonna get very close to that 60 because if you see right here, shoulder, head, shoulder,
no doubt
boom.
about it.
So if we break out of this, we came up here, tested again, broke down, and then boom, started running, and then we broke out. So yeah, man, definitely get the 60.
TA.
What's up?
It's just layers upon layers of TA, folks. That right there for your viewing pleasure. That boy Chaos Chris, PhD.
Yes, sir. All love, all love. All right. Now I want to talk about, I believe there's like a USDT and a USDC
Dominance.
dominance. Is there one?
Nice.
I know they have like a USDT, USDC dominance. Dominance. Do they? Whatever. I don't care. All right. Now, here's the next thing I want to show you guys. So I'm going to come over here and then I'm going to add the, actually, no. Let's do this the other way around. So let's go to the tether dominance. And then the next thing I want to show you guys, and this is something I'm looking at earlier. See the price of Bitcoin. Because this is going to say, hey man, I'm leveling up, dude. You see, I got a panel now. I don't do what I was doing earlier, making it all
Oh, I
confusing.
remember. Yeah, you used to have to drag that thing and try to get it right. It was all crossing over.
Yeah.
Nice.
So this was from like an earlier analysis. Here, yeah, I'm just gonna get rid of all this. I'll bring it back. So here's what I'm thinking about the tether dominance versus the Bitcoin. So if you guys take a look right here, when Bitcoin topped out right in 2021, notice the dominance breaks down to 2%, right? So then we came in, boom, skyrocketed up. And then right when we hit the all-time high, it broke down again. And then we went to the bear market. Notice how the price of Bitcoin formed this massive cup right here. And look what happened to tether dominance. It went from 2% as high as 8%. So while this formed this like beautiful semicircle, this formed a massive mountain right here. Semicircle, mountain. So now what we started to see is as the price of this goes up, this money started going back into Bitcoin, the price of Bitcoin. So you see how the dominance breaks down as Bitcoin continues to go up.
Yeah.
Now we started maxing out right here on March 25th. People start taking profit. Price goes down, price goes down, price goes down. And then USDT Tether goes up, 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 and we're right here. So right now, Tether is sitting at about 5.74%. So the main point I'm trying to get across right now is a lot of this money that's in Bitcoin is sitting in USDT Tether, and people are getting ready to deploy it once they can figure out if altcoin season is happening. So there is a lot of money on the sidelines, and this is the main thing we're waiting for. Now, let's see. I'll give you guys my full analysis of how I see this all playing out. Let me get rid of this. So basically, we have a massive bear flag coming across on USDT Tether. So we're coming up here, coming across. Now we're starting to break down, and we're inside this flag. The question is, when do we get that Tether breakdown that leads to the Bitcoin top? In my opinion, just based off of trading charts, if you just trace this bear flag coming down at the site of where the breakout happens, it'll give you a ballpark target. And the ballpark target that we were looking at is going to be somewhere right around 2.75% is how the lowest we think Tether dominance is going to reach. The other thing we can also look at, I'm curious actually now, is we can also use what's it called? Elliott wave theory. So that's a little bit in between there. Hold on. Might tell you the breakout. Actually, let's not make it so confusing. So how I see this happening is we come in and we start breaking down. When we start to see the tether breakdown, and this is where you want to pay attention to the tether dominance chart, we'll probably hit somewhere right around 4.66%. When you see that, that's going to be an indicator we're about to go into altcoin season because people are taking their money and they're buying altcoins. Now, when we get down to as low as 3.73%, that's when we're going to be in the height of altcoin season. That is when in your mind, you're like, bro, it is go time. Let's freaking go. You're going to see 100Xs, 1000Xs. You're going to see TitanX do its thing. You're going to see Justin Sun shill some weird fraud coin. There's going to be so much going on. And then we get to the bottom here when we hit that 2.54% area. It could be plus or minus 0.5%. So it could be 2 to 3%. It's going to come up here, and then it's going to break back down to that all-time high, 3%. It's going to break back up because people are like, oh, the bull market ain't over. And that's when you're going to have like the bull trap right here, that little bounce right here. When you see it bounce like that, that's going to be a bull trap. That means everybody's like, oh, the bull market ain't over. And then boom, it comes back and tests right here. And this is the moment of truth. Where's this line going to go? A lot of people think it's going to go back up, but in reality, it's going to break down. And then we're going to hit 4.74%. And then by the time we hit, I would probably say about 5.89%, we're going to be out of the bull market. And then once we hit 6.8% on the tether dominance, you're going to realize it's a bear market. So from that piece of information, you got to understand, well, like in summary, and I will make this really, really clear because a lot of people don't move fast in this space. You know, a side of you has to speculate and the other side has to take action. So when we get this breakdown and you see 4.7%, a lot of people are going to be questioning, are we in altcoin season? Yes, we're in altcoin season. We get to 3.74% dominance, you will know it's altcoin season. We top out and we come down here and we hit right back at about, where was it? 4.69%. You're gonna be questioning, do we still have more left in this market? And then when we hit right here, 6.81%, that's when the bear market starts. Does that make sense? I know I just went around.
Yeah, that's the most valuable piece of information possibly ever shared on the live stream, because if you're in crypto at all, that piece of information can help you get out and not round trip the bags. That's the most important thing I think about crypto altogether. Like, make sure you have an exit strategy. And just right there, a quick 30-second analysis by Chris shows you guys there's a lot of points that you should be speculating, but also taking action. So, not financial advice.
Yeah, I don't know why I have this line. I gotta make sure these lines are correct. Yeah, so we definitely got a magnet here. I like that one. And then I do like that one. And then I do like this one a lot too, right here. Yeah, that makes sense. And then, yeah. So, main point I'm trying to get, ladies and gentlemen, Bitcoin dominance will tell you when altcoin season starts. USDT dominance is going to tell you when this ends. And the main point I'm trying to say is, when we break down from this bear flag and we go whoop down right here and just break down out of this channel, that's when things are going to get really, really crazy. And that's when you guys start paying attention to this, because when this starts going up, that's when we're going to start to get closer to the end of this market. So good stuff.
Don't get greedy.
Don't get greedy. All right. And then last one, I'll take a look at Tron. I know this is one we don't usually chart, but I gotta show you this chart, man. This chart looks crazy. So this is Tron. Last market, you know, for 2020 market, it did about a 17x, which isn't that great for an L1. Because remember, this is 2020. L1s are doing like 200 to 300 X's. So
sure. How much did it retrace?
That was interesting. That was interesting because it actually only retraced about 74%. So it wasn't that bad of a dip.
Maybe it wasn't. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe it wasn't intended to really blow in the first market, but maybe it's got some picking up some momentum. That looks like it could be a huge cup and handle almost. I mean,
oh yeah, that's what I was about to say. So right here, you can tell this is on the weekly though. Just keep in mind, guys, this is on the weekly.
Okay.
So we're on the weekly, which means this is going to be a massive breakout on. So based off of this right now on this week, we might have a massive breakout to the upside, which means Tron could be going to about 24 cents. So that's like
price discovery.
It's like a 2x. So this is just on the weekly. A cup and handle on the weekly is extremely, extremely powerful. So now let's take a look at the daily. Daily still looks like a massive cup and handle. So yeah, man, we're probably going to come up here. We have to come up here, test the all-time highs, maybe break back down, and then W on out. So yeah, man, dude, Tron has a really bullish chart with the meme coin run going on right now. So yeah, man.
Yeah.
So any thoughts on Tron?
Yeah, I mean, I like it, man. It looks good. I think there's several things we mentioned already about it in the beginning of the stream. So if you missed the beginning of the stream, we talked about a few things on Tron. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So cool. All right. Now let's go through some charts real quick and we'll keep it moving. Because we haven't gone through a lot of these charts in the past. We did all the TitanX and we got to talk about our meme coins. Not those meme coins. These. All right. Take a look at Teddy Bear.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Let's check it out.
All right. So, I mean, nothing really new to report on Teddy Bear. I can already tell. It's just trading sideways. Pulse chain has been pitiful when it comes to volume, but I mean, overall, dude, it's actually
Just trading in that little channel you made.
Yeah, so this is a head and shoulders. So it's coming down. It's just coming down that channel we drew like a month ago. Now that I think about it. So just trading sideways. What I want to see is Teddy Bear once it breaks up. This actually might be your opportunity to get in, believe it or not. I'm on the weekly. So came up, nice little doji. That's not a bullish engulfing candle. So what I want to see is on this weekly close up a little high. And if we close up higher, that actually might be a bottom confirmation for Teddy Bear. Yeah. Bought and then sold. Yeah. So this actually might be bomb confirmation. So I'm curious to see where it closes out on the weekly and the daily. And if that's the case, that's going to be your best buying opportunity before we have a trend reversal. So yeah, man, Teddy Bear just doing his thing, trading sideways. Nothing new to report. Talk about Omikami. So Omikami still in that channel that we've been talking about. Trading sideways at that magnet at about, was that $24 million? So come here, trading sideways. Did touch 15 million. So that what that shows me is all the magnets have been tested, because I know the 3 days been tested. The daily has been tested. There's no magnet down here. That's been tested. Let's take a look at the weekly. The weekly definitely has been tested. So that wick did test all the magnets on the weekly, which is phenomenal. And then let's take a look at the monthly. Monthly has been tested on all magnets. So yeah, man. Omikami. The reason why I strained sideways. All magnets have been tested, just waiting for the next leg of the bull market. So yeah, man. Looks good. Andy. I love Andy on Blast, dude. I love Blast chain. I don't know why so many people hate this chain. I just don't get it. So all right. So
Easy to hate what you don't understand, my friend.
Yeah. So right now, Andy basically right now is looking for a period of time where it's going to start its wave 3. So where's Andy sitting at right now? So basically we have a 1, a 2, and 3. So technically this is a double top. So it came up here. Whoa. Why am I touching that? So we have one high. Oh my God. Come on, man. One eye here, one eye two. So that was a double top, so it's going to come down. Now, the best thing to do is just look at the MACD. So let's see if this thing bombed out. Oh, wow. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Hey.
Why am I drawing stuff all over the place? Oh, wow. Check this out. So came up here. So we crossed here.
Bullish divergence.
Right here. But the question is, if we cross again, it might go bearish again. So you want to be careful. There is a bullish divergence right here on the daily, which is good, but then now it's coming out here. So if this touches again, this actually just might come lower and just trade against this. Now let's look at the 4 hourly. Yeah, nothing much on the 4 hourly they could show us. What are the weekly? Nah. Yeah, so I mean, we did just have a bullish divergence on Andy, so it's not too bad. But just keep in mind if that touches again, then we might go a little bit lower. But most of that depends on what's happening in the market. So, but yeah, man, Andy still bullish and Andy still look good. I love this play. I love it. We got in like right around here when that huge flood event came in. I think it was like right around $7 million market cap. So we're at our break even point. So what I want to see with Andy is we bottom out, we come up, we test all these magnets right here, touch the high, come back down, form a beautiful cup and handle, and start moving. But we gotta wait for the next leg up on this bull market. So that's the only thing Andy really needs. As everything else is good, the team is good and everything. We just need the next leg up. And if Blast were to blow up with meme coins, Andy's going to be the number one meme coin on Blast. That's why we like it so much. I think Blast is going to do extremely well. So, all right, man. Well, I think we gave him a bunch of alpha. Hour 16 minutes. You got anything else, man?
Macro strategies for the entire market. You got TitanX strategies. You got all kinds of different protocols plugging into TitanX. You got all kinds of different protocols plugging into DragonX, Blaze, all these things that you find here on the verse, baby. Only the verse, one and only. We are unlike any other. If you guys smash that like button, hit that subscribe button. We got 190 of you in here. I'm going to tell you that's bullish. That is bullish. I'm bullish, baby. Chris, are you bullish?
Always, bro. We're always
Let's
bullish, dude.
go.
Let's freaking go, man. So, yeah, man, guys. Hey, this was a really great live stream. Definitely shout out to my boy, Trey Souls, always doing good stuff. And hey, guys, keep in mind, the video editing, all the graphics, all the artwork that the verse does, that is actually Trey Souls. That is not me. I'm not smart enough to do that stuff. My man's a really good dude, really smart, knows how to do all the great artwork and stuff. So shout out to him, man. And shout out to you guys, man, because hey, we talk about TitanX, we talk about meme coins, and we're excited, man. So hey, we'll see you guys in the next one. We got the next layer on Wednesday with Bill the Bull. We're going to go into Tron meme coins and we're going to talk about base meme coins. And then we're going to come back here on the verse on Thursday and run it back and talk about more good stuff. So, yeah, guys, we'll see you guys in the next one.
Peace.